Imagine waking up one day to find a stranger's face in your passport photo. That's what happened to Emily on a crisp autumn morning, a day that began like any other but quickly spiraled into a surreal nightmare. The sun was streaming through her bedroom window, casting a comforting glow on her familiar surroundings. Yet, an uncanny feeling of unease was gnawing at her. As she sat up in bed, her gaze fell upon the framed photographs that lined her walls. Each one a memento of her life, they now seemed to house the life of a stranger. Her reflection in the glass seemed distant, disconnected. A sudden rush of adrenaline propelled Emily out of bed and towards her dresser. Her hands trembling, she reached for her passport, the faded blue document that had been her ticket to countless adventures. The face in the photo, however, wasn't hers. It belonged to a woman she didn't recognize. Her heart hammered in her chest as she rifled through her belongings, each piece of identification bearing the same unfamiliar face. Her driver's license, credit cards, even her birth certificate, all usurped by this unknown woman. A wave of despair washed over Emily as the horrifying reality set in. She was a victim of identity theft, but this was far beyond stolen credit card numbers or hacked emails. Her entire life had been stolen from her. Despite the shock and fear, Emily's resolve hardened. She contacted the police, explaining her bizarre predicament. The officers arrived promptly, their faces reflecting her own confusion and concern as they examined the doctored documents. As the investigation unfolded, Emily's life became a surreal tapestry of deception. This stranger, named Lily, had seamlessly woven herself into Emily's existence. She had assumed her job, her friendships, and even her social media presence. The people in Emily's life had been interacting with this imposter, sharing their stories and secrets with a woman who had stolen Emily's identity. Fueled by desperation, Emily delved into Lily's past. She uncovered a complicated history, a string of aliases, and a chilling talent for identity theft. Yet the question remained, why was Emily targeted? What was it about her life that lured Lily in? Robbed not just of her possessions, but of her very self, Emily is determined to uncover the truth. Because this isn't just a story about stolen identity, it's a story about reclaiming one's life and facing the stranger in the mirror. How does one live a life that isn't theirs? This question plagued Emily as she grappled with the reality of her life usurped by a stranger. This stranger, Lily, had managed to merge seamlessly into Emily's world. Lily had not only stolen Emily's identity, but had also taken over her job, her friends, and even her social media accounts. Imagine waking up one day to find someone else living your life, enjoying your successes, celebrating your milestones, and connecting with your loved ones. That was Emily's reality. Lily had donned Emily's persona so convincingly that Emily's friends and colleagues had been interacting with her, completely oblivious to her true identity. They had shared stories, secrets, and smiles with the very person who had stolen Emily's life. Lily was living Emily's life as though it were a script she had memorized. She knew Emily's favorite coffee order, the name of her childhood pet, and even the story of how Emily had broken her arm when she was 7. It was as if Lily had meticulously studied Emily, learned her mannerisms, her likes and dislikes, her hopes and dreams, and then replicated them to perfection. But who was Lily? As Emily began to uncover the layers of Lily's life, she discovered a troubled past, a string of aliases, and a history of identity theft. Lily was a professional imposter, her life a patchwork of stolen identities. Yet, amidst the shock and the anger, Emily couldn't help but wonder why she had been chosen. What was it about her life that had attracted Lily? Was it her successful career? Her close-knit circle of friends? Or was it just a random selection by a seasoned identity thief? Emily was determined to find answers, to reclaim her life, and to bring Lily to justice. But as she delved deeper, she found herself drawn into a labyrinth of deceit and manipulation. A maze that would lead her to question everything she knew about herself and her life. Yet, as Emily peeled back the layers of Lily's life, she couldn't help but wonder why she had been chosen as the target. What do you do when the law can't help you find justice? This was the question Emily found herself grappling with, her world reduced to a whirlwind of confusion and fear. But amidst the chaos, a beacon of hope emerged in the form of a seasoned private investigator named Marcus. A grizzled ex-cop with a reputation for cracking tough cases, Marcus was Emily's last resort. Marcus, with his steely gaze and no-nonsense demeanor, agreed to help Emily. He understood the gravity of the situation, the urgency of unmasking the woman who had stolen Emily's life. He knew the law, He knew the loopholes, and he knew how to navigate the murky waters of identity theft. The investigation was a fascinating and terrifying journey into the shadowy world of deceit and manipulation. Together, Emily and Marcus pieced together the intricate puzzle that was Lily's life. They discovered a twisted labyrinth of aliases, a trail of victims left in the wake of Lily's destructive path. Each revelation brought them one step closer to the truth, yet each revelation also painted a darker picture of Lily. The more they unearthed, the more they realized that Emily's stolen identity was just the tip of the iceberg. Lily's web of deceit extended far beyond Emily, ensnaring countless unsuspecting victims. She was not just an identity thief, she was a master manipulator, a puppeteer, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. As Emily and Marcus dug deeper, they found themselves entangled in a world of dark secrets and hidden truths. They discovered that Lily's actions were not random. They were calculated, deliberate, and frighteningly precise. Emily had not been chosen at random. She had been specifically targeted. But why Emily? What was it about her life that had drawn Lily in, made her an attractive target? The answers to these questions remained elusive, buried beneath layers of deception and betrayal. Emily was determined to uncover the truth, no matter how painful or shocking it might be. But as they delved deeper into the investigation, they were reminded of a chilling reality. The truth is not always a straightforward path. It is a winding road, filled with unexpected twists and turns, shadows and secrets. And as Emily and Marcus were about to discover, the truth is often more complex and dangerous than it seems. What could possibly motivate someone to steal another's life? A question that seems to be as elusive as the person who had so effortlessly slipped into Emily's existence. Identity theft isn't a random act of mischief. It's a calculated, deliberate crime, often driven by a myriad of motives. Let's dive into this shadowy underworld and try to understand what could have driven Lily to steal Emily's identity. We already know that Lily has a troubled past, a history marred with deception, a string of aliases, and an uncanny knack for identity theft. But what fuels this relentless pursuit of a life not her own? One common motivator for identity theft is financial gain. By assuming someone else's identity, criminals like Lily can gain access to their victims' financial resources, rack up debts in their name, and then disappear before the consequences catch up. However, in Emily's case, this motive doesn't quite fit. Lily didn't just steal Emily's financial assets, she stole her life, her job, her friends, even her social media presence. So we must delve deeper into the psychological motives behind such a crime. Could Lily be driven by a desire for escapism, a need to shed her own troubled past and assume a new identity, a new life that is free from the burdens of her history? Or perhaps it's a twisted form of envy, a craving to live the life that Emily had, a life that Lily could only dream of? But there's another layer to consider. Identity theft can be a form of control, a way for the thief to exert power over their victims. By stealing Emily's life, Lily was able to manipulate the people around her to dictate the narrative of Emily's existence. Yet the real question remains, why Emily? Was it chance? Was it something about Emily's life that appealed to Lily? Or did Lily see something in Emily that resonated with her own fractured self? As we delve deeper into this twisted tale, we'll keep searching for answers. The hidden motive behind the stolen identity remains shrouded in mystery, waiting to be unraveled. How does one reclaim a life that's been stolen? This was the question that haunted Emily as she steeled herself for the final confrontation. The moment of truth had arrived. She was about to come face to face with Lily, the woman who had stolen her identity and assumed her existence. Emily's heart pounded in her chest as she approached Lily. She had imagined this moment countless times, playing out different scenarios in her mind. But now that she was here, words failed her. She took a deep breath, looked Lily in the eyes, and demanded, "Who are you, really?" Lily's eyes flickered with surprise, then hardened. She was caught, but she wasn't going down without a fight. A heated exchange ensued, as Emily fought to reclaim her identity. She presented the evidence she had gathered, the documents, the testimonies, the paper trail that led straight to Lily. Lily tried to deflect, to deny, but Emily was relentless. She had come too far, lost too much to back down now. And as she stood her ground, she saw Lily's resolve begin to crumble. The truth was out in the open, and Lily had nowhere left to hide. The final showdown was a battle of wills. Emily, stripped of her identity, against Lily, the woman who had stolen it. But it was more than just a fight for Emily's identity. It was a fight for her life, her past, her future. It was a fight for truth and justice. With the help of Marcus and the police, Emily managed to reclaim her identity. Lily was arrested, and Emily's life slowly began to return to normal. But the scars of the ordeal remained. She had been forced to question everything she knew about herself, to confront the stranger in her own mirror. In the end, Emily was forced to confront not just Lily, but her own identity as well. She had to rediscover who she was, separate from the woman who had stolen her life. She had to rebuild her world, piece by piece, reclaiming not just her identity, but her sense of self. And in doing so, she found a strength she never knew she had.